That last show where I said that I was worried about you because of the things that were happening in your other show.
Yeah.
It's time to go home now.
Yep.
I don't care about those things anymore. For the next 21 weeks, I want to break you down as a human being and just dominate you every week.
Why is that?
Because I want to win.
You're not going to win. There's not a chance you're going to win.
What do you mean? Now you're breaking me down?
I mean, you made it 3 picks, so you get like a better shot at coming back and breaking me down.
This is also like the comedy show. At any point, you could have grabbed hold of this show and said, "Here's the rules I think we should do." I never heard that.
No,
from
I
you.
feel like this is your show. I like being a part of this show.
I got news for you.
You need a show.
They were all mine. Kidding.
They kinda are a little bit.
All right, so the thing before I start the clock, I got to get the clock out, is last week, I can't believe.
Yeah, what can't you believe?
I can't believe you picked the Dolphins and Tripp is not here to get a reaction from that.
I know.
That might have been the saddest part.
When do you think you want the first guest?
I don't know. So now you're throwing me off. Now you're breaking me down.
You starting that right away?
No, I don't know when I'm going to start.
I want to, get to know you. Listen, are we going to have a bet this year? I mean, is it just me and you?
Yeah, but we're going to need something.
So what's the bet?
Now's not the time.
We say that every time.
Yeah, but we'll come back next week with it. I'll write that down in my notes. I said last week I'm going to come back with the what I can't believe thing, and I came back with
Is that really what it was?
Yeah, that was it.
That I picked the Dolphins? But you don't think that's a crazy pick?
No, it's not a crazy
It's just
pick.
him not having that reaction.
That
he would be so negative about it.
Yeah.
It'd be ridiculous.
All right, started.
Unnecessary negativity.
First Down Dawgs.
We're going to start off week 1, super stoked,
Love it.
excited, all the emotions. So happy the preseason's over. We said what? We're going to start with talking a little bit about our teams fast.
Yep.
Well, you want to start?
You want me to go first? I'm
Yeah,
excited.
go ahead.
I'm not excited about their schedule, but I'm excited. And there's a couple things I'm excited about. Russell Wilson will not be the quarterback after week 3.
No, you could see the way it's going.
I'm a little frustrated that they're even starting with him and going with him there. And I've said this, I think I've said this before to you personally. They got no division games until week 11.
Yeah, that's not a good thing, though.
I don't like it, but in the sense of the Steelers, who do get better as the season goes, and they will give Fields more time, I'm kind of behind them. Like,
Bro.
you have no thoughts on Fields?
No.
You just think he's going to be awful?
No, I just, you can't. Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, it's like you're starting off on the wrong foot.
I think you know what, Fields is taking it right, and he's going through the motions, and he's just saying, I'm going to go out there and play the best football I can play. I think he's going to be so dynamic for them. They haven't had a running quarterback since Cordell Stewart.
Could
You know
be
what I
interesting,
mean?
but they also have no offensive line.
They have no offensive line. I mean, that always has to be proven through the games that they play.
They're hurt. And then they're hurt, right? The one guy, Jalen Warren's out.
They're a little hurt.
So, I mean, that's not good for Russell Wilson to start. But maybe that's the plan.
It's not going to be good for Russell
But
Wilson.
you hit the nail on the head.
regardless.
The 11 to 18 or whatever, how many weeks the season is now, it's like Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Eagles, Chiefs.
Yeah, it's a rough go towards the end. It's a rough go towards the end. But they do start out Atlanta, Denver, Chargers, Indianapolis, Dallas, who I don't know who they are, and then Vegas and the Jets.
I mean, there's 4 teams there maybe 5 teams there that you just mentioned that I think are way better than them.
You always put the Steelers down like way better. Nobody's way better than
I think they are.
They have one of the top 5 defense that's going to keep them in every single game. If Fields just knows how to manage a clock, I think he's going to do the right thing.
Right.
I think Russell Wilson is gone. What's getting me nervous is that Watt is getting a little bit older, and it's time to get him something. It's time to get him some playoff wins. It's time to get him moving. I just think Fields being a young running quarterback, which I do not like running quarterbacks actually. I just think it's going to put a new happiness into the locker room where they have a chance to do something that they haven't been able to do in a decade. And I think that's really going to spark them a little bit. Am I nervous about them going under 500? No. Am I nervous about them not making the playoffs? No. I think the Steelers will be right back into the playoffs. Because who's Watson? Nobody knows what he's going to do.
We'll see.
People are trying to trade Lamar Jackson in fantasy right away because I don't even
lost
know.
25 pounds.
I don't think he's. I mean, listen, he's getting older too.
Yeah, but still, it's a tough division.
It's always been a tough division, and that's why defense counts.
Those last.
So you got Cleveland and you got them.
Yep.
Baltimore, I think, is getting a little shady, and Cincinnati. Is Burrow's going to stay healthy? Is it? I mean, you shake your head.
Yeah, but
2 out of 3
thing about
years.
the healthy thing, it's just that's everybody.
I understand that, but he's a little bit of a problem. I mean,
Highest paid quarterback, highest paid player,
sometimes I forget Cincinnati's in our division.
highest paid player. I saw it happen
So
just now.
you saw it happen.
Yeah,
right?
when I said tough
Cincinnati.
division, and you were like,
I said Cincinnati.
were you thinking Tennessee
I'm like,
was still in the division? Maybe
it's not working.
No, those are 3 serious teams.
No, it's a very, very good division. They have a lot of play time until they get to that week 11. If they don't take advantage of that, then there's going to be some issues.
I was looking at a thing this morning, real quick, and then we'll get to the Jets. Was the highest paid players in the NFL throughout this summer? These were the people that were the highest paid players in the NFL. Ready for the first one? Yeah. Trevor Lawrence at one point was the highest paid player in the NFL.
No,
this summer.
This summer?
Yeah. The next one, Jordan Love, for a long period of time, was the highest paid player in the NFL.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
And then Burrow got his deal. Now he's the highest paid player in the NFL. It's crazy.
I can't believe Love got that much money.
You know who else is in that top 5? Justin Herbert is one of the top 5 paid players in the NFL.
Who does he have this year? I love Van Jefferson going to the Steelers, and I really love Austin.
Yeah.
That guy, I think, is going to have a solid second year, if it's his second or third. But I think he's going to be a fast bug. And I think the Steelers are going to have some speed.
All right, on to the Jets. I'm not going to talk too much about them this year. I'm going to try really hard. I was going to say I didn't talk about them last episode, but then I put them in the AFC Championship game on a whim at the end.
You did.
We're going to start about the things we know about the New York Jets. Elite defense. Right?
Okay, yes.
Elite defense.
Yes. I
Across the
still
board.
want them to prove themselves, but yes.
Even without that disaster of, I don't know what the fuck happened with Hassan Reddick. That's a disaster in itself. How do you trade for a guy and he's not going to sign? You don't know if he's going to sign. And now I've heard all kinds of stories. Whatever. Elite defense. Blazing skill players at 2 positions. Top 3 running back in the league.
Okay.
Breece Hall.
Okay.
And we'll see about the wide receiver. But obviously, it all hinges upon the health of 3 people, I think. If Garrett Wilson goes down, the Jets are in an extreme amount of trouble. They have no other wide receivers that can make plays like he can.
Truth.
Same thing about Breece Hall. He's already had an injury, so we'll see how that goes. But obviously,
was he really that amazing last year?
Dude,
towards the end of the year?
Electric.
I must have been sleeping.
And an insanely improved offensive line. That offensive line is good.
Okay.
Big step forward from last year. They're going to need it. But we obviously know it all hinges upon fucking the number 8.
It certainly does. It's such riveting TV to watch. I mean, I think every football fan has to, because everybody loves Aaron Rodgers, regardless of his attitude or what shows he goes on. Even I am super interested in seeing what he could do. If he lays a duck for 3 weeks,
oh, it's over.
What are New York fans going to do?
It's over. Everything is over at that point. The GM's gone, the coach is gone, and the coach has done a decent job.
You turn so much with this team. It is outrageous.
He's a defensive coach.
Crazy.
The defense is great.
Okay. Yeah.
He never had an offensive coordinator. Now he has an offensive coordinator, but he just happens to be the guy who's getting the ball
What do you think
snapped
their record's
to him.
going to be?
What?
What do you think their record's going to be?
I think they get 10 wins.
You say 10 wins.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to go with that number.
I think
it's
they
been
get 10
a
wins.
long time.
I know. It's been a long time.
Could I do real quick before I do our picks? Guys who are not signed, so they might be signed by the time this show comes. But I think it's pretty cool. Michael Thomas, I think is pretty cool. Kareem Hunt.
So that
I can't believe a team hasn't taken him.
That is
probably asking for too much money.
Definitely.
Tannehill, nobody cares about. Fournette will land. That guy's going to take the entire season off and build up his legs and his arms, and then he's going to land on a team that's in the playoffs.
Definitely.
Sammy Watkins, and there was one more in here.
The first one I saw, I was most surprised.
That was really the biggest surprise.
It was another wide receiver.
Melvin Gordon's garbage.
I forget. That's crazy.
And then on this list they have Jimmy Graham. I mean, really, that guy's 90.
Yeah, I'll take him.
Of course you would.
Guy helped me through a lot of fantasy seasons. All right, we're about to be under 7 minutes.
What do you mean? Under 7 minutes left?
To go, yeah.
Holy shit. This is crazy.
All right, week 1.
You go first.
I'll go first. Week 1, I'm going right off that Steelers discussion we just had.
You're out of your mind.
-3.5. I think it's the year they don't go over 500. I think this is the year.
You said that before.
Huge question. I've said that every year. Huge questions at quarterback. I think they're just too decimated at the offensive line. Russell Wilson out of the gate. It's like they're setting that guy up to fail so that they can get Fields in there. It's a whole like presidential election type scheme, feels like.
I don't think it takes that long, though. I don't think it takes that long.
The defense is still strong.
100%.
Big storyline here. You got Arthur Smith.
Yes.
Coming back.
Playing Atlanta first, too.
Playing Atlanta, playing his old team. I think it's a Kirk Cousins coming out party in Atlanta.
Nah, you got way too much confidence in
Drake
Kirk Cousins.
London, Kyle Pitts. I'm saying Atlanta scores 30 points in this game.
Oh, come on. What do you think? It's San Francisco versus Pittsburgh
30
like
plus.
last year?
Yep. I'm going 30-6.
You're taking you're taking 3.5 points for that game.
At home.
I don't care where they are.
3.5.
I don't care where they are. Pittsburgh's going to start off 1-0. I'm jumping on one of your season-long picks because I got excited, and I love the hook. 3.5 Washington Commanders. They're in Tampa. Baker's another one that's got it. Can he put 2 years together back-to-back? I don't know. I don't think so. I said it last week, I love the quarterback for Washington. He's my favorite rookie for right now.
Yeah, definitely.
He's my favorite rookie. You said they got Eckler. They got all these pieces that can
Still
do
got
it.
Scary Terry.
I like the 3.5. I'm taking it because it's 3.5. I'm going Washington.
Nice. Adam, what's the guy's name? The new GM there. Came from San Francisco.
I don't know. My favorite GM is the guy from Jaguars with the fucking mustache.
What scares me there is the heat. The Commanders is going to be hot as fuck in Tampa Bay.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Interesting.
I can see that.
Oh my God.
I also don't like that they got rid of a lot of their defense at the end of last year. So that hurts a little bit. So they're going to be giving up points, but I'm going Washington.
All right. I'm going to the Raiders and the Chargers. Chargers are -3.
That's a mush game.
They're at home, but are they at home?
Nope. Not a chance.
Raiders fans. I'm saying 80% Raiders fans at that.
Okay.
Back
I didn't
in
know they had 80% of fans anywhere.
California? Yeah. Back home?
Do they like being the Las Vegas Raiders?
No, definitely not. Harbaugh's first game. Antonio Pierce back at head coach for the Raiders. Again, it's just a Raiders home game. I'm going to let the Chargers fuck with me to start the season. Again, every season.
The West Coast, it's such a tough
I think
thing.
they're good.
You think the Chargers are good?
I think they are.
I always think the Chargers are good.
I know, so do I. I don't know what happened. Like, I'm doing my fantasy draft, and Justin Herbert, who was in the first round last year in some leagues, now he's in like the 29th round.
Take him.
I'm like, what happened?
He's always good. He's always good.
I don't know. The Raiders are banged up. I saw Adams might not play. Also / doesn't really want to be there.
What's the point spread? 3?
3.
They're -3.
Yeah. Oof. Chargers -3 at home against the Raiders.
At home, question mark.
We're under 4 minutes.
Division game, real
Feeling
quick.
good. Feel good about this.
4 minutes is okay?
Yeah.
Division game, it's so fast. Division game shouldn't probably take on the first week, but if the Saints can't beat up in the home opener against my least favorite quarterback of Bryce Young, they have to take him. I think this is Kamara either coming out again and showing that he's a top running back, or they're not going to use him as much as they should use him.
Mm-hmm.
Saints, I don't like the spread. It's 4.5, but they are home, and Carolina is awful.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Carolina's awful. I feel like it's a safe bet. I hope I'm not sad next week.
I can't name another player in Carolina other than what's his face.
I don't even know if they're a football team. Are they playing for the AFL? Are they?
But I will say this. There is a lot of trouble in New Orleans, too.
There is.
They hate that quarterback.
I don't like him either in his
They
eyeliner.
fucking hate him. I saw multiple things at preseason training camp where people he was just standing there with a pen waiting to sign something, and nobody
was
wanted
there.
him to sign anything.
You know what? And by you saying you hate him, I watched 2 games toward the end of the season. He was a baby. I hated him.
He looks like a baby.
All right, I hate my Saints pick.
All right.
-4.5.
I feel like this is the game of the week. Another LA team, the Rams and the Lions. Lions are -3.5. Everybody.
Just like the Chargers. Are the Rams good?
I'm not worried about the Rams.
Okay.
I think the Lions, this is it.
Okay.
It's coming together. This is what now? I think it's the 3rd year the GM and the coach are together. They just got an extension. They have nothing to worry about.
Right.
Goff versus his old team.
Yeah.
Stafford versus his old team.
Was that a playoff game last year?
Sunday night game.
It's a great game.
I'm going with the Lions -3.5 to start off. I'm all 3 favorites. I don't love
Yeah,
that.
you do have 3 favorites. A
I
couple
love that,
with
but
hooks.
I did just take those picks about 2 minutes ago.
You're gonna love this one.
But I've been listening to a lot.
You're gonna love this one. You ready for my pick?
Yep.
Jets versus San Francisco.
No.
Correct? Jets versus San Francisco. If the Jets, I said it last year when Pittsburgh played them, and Pittsburgh got walloped. The week to play San Francisco is week 1. Didn't work last year. The Jets have to come out fierce.
Yeah.
Killers.
No
right?
Trent Williams. No McCaffrey.
The
Ayuk situation.
McCaffrey's probably going to
We'll
play.
see.
McCaffrey's probably going to play. Listen, if they have the defense that they say they're going to have, they're going to make their San Francisco's quarterback really look like a rookie again. He's done his job. He got him to the playoffs. Really, the defense got him to the championships. Whatever. This is the season that he's either going to be on the team forever and sign a contract or not. If the Jets are that good, they're going to put him on his ass.
They got to go win.
I'm taking the hook. 3.5.
Wow.
I'm taking the Jets. Could be the last time all season.
Nah.
If
Trust
they
me.
lose.
Trust me.
If they lose.
Talk about a run that
If
they
they
could go
lose.
on, though. If they get this win, they've got the Vikings in I think I went through this last week. They got the Vikings in England.
Okay.
They've got the Patriots. They've got the Titans coming up.
God.
And the Broncos.
They can start out 5-0.
6-0. Maybe.
It would be. Listen, I love Aaron Rodgers. I've always loved Aaron Rodgers. If he could do something after that debacle of last year, which was one of the biggest embarrassments I've ever seen,
He's got to get right out and do
he's
it.
got to get right out and do
Gotta
it.
get
And
out
I'm
right out and
saying,
do it.
what am I saying? I'm saying a 60-yarder.
Yeah.
A 60-yarder out of the gate.
Yeah.
What do they have to lose?
Just fucking air it out
you know
for
what?
Wilson.
Maybe that'll be the determining factor.
Air it out for Wilson.
Is if on that first play, are they going to hand it off up the middle for 2 yards, 3 yards, or are they going to go for it?
I'm not superstitious, but what I'm doing this weekend that for that game is nothing like I did last year.
What'd you do last year?
Timer went off.
Timer went off. There was no noise.
I know. Let me see. Wait. Oh! First down, Dawgs.
Son of a bitch. We
That's
had
great.
5 seconds
It is.
left.
First Down Dawgs.
Also ended off on what'd you do last year.
Can't wait to hear about what you did last year. Unless they lose again.
Wow. You know who got a raw deal? Oh, we can't talk about fucking.
No, we can't talk about football. What do you want to talk about?
I was going to say like Green Bay, but I don't want to talk about Green Bay.
Can't talk about Green Bay.
I don't know.
Want to talk about the Harlem Globetrotters?
I watched that. There's a midget on the team now.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
There's a midget on the Harlem Globetrotters.
Midget on the Harlem
Can he
Globetrotters.
dribble it through his legs?
They still play the Washington Generals. The game I watched was really close. I thought it was always that it was a blowout.
It usually ends in a
It
blowout.
was like by 6 points or whatever. So
Is the midget bringing him down?
it's probably the same Globetrotters from when I used to go to see them at Nassau Coliseum in the 80s. Plus the new midget.
There was that other team, too, the Harlem Wizards or something like that, right?
There's all kinds of... Yeah, that was like the
How come the
bootleg one that
Globetrot-
used to come to the gym at Lyndhurst.
Lyndhurst High School.
Yeah.
How come they never played the Globetrotters?
They should.
That would be a great game.
We should try to, after we set up the comedy show,
comedy
we're
show,
going to
just
set up the fucking... the Globetrotters versus the Wizards.
Are we first down dogging this?